Hey guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D., and we are live. It's time for Tuesday, baby. What's going on Tuesday Take? Miami Herald Tuesday Take. Super excited. I want to say good morning to my Fins family, my Fin-laws. How y'all doing out there in the world? You know what? It's not Therapy Monday no more. We're going to have a good day today. We're going to have an amazing day today. You want to know why? Because we're DWA. We're Dolphins with attitude. And Sunday, it's in the past. It's in the past. We ain't going to worry about it. Because you know what? It's Tom Brady week. That's right. I said it's Tom Brady week. And I ain't worried about crybaby Brady. I said it. I got a whole new lease on life. You want to know why? Because the Dolphins are playing Tom Brady in the state of Florida this week. And the state of Florida. And I don't care if it's in Tampa or in Miami. He don't like facing the Dolphins in the state of Florida. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. That's what I'm going to use my brain for this week. It ain't good for much, but it'll be good for something. Hey, look, I want to say good morning to everybody. If you haven't done so already, please go hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. What are you waiting for? You haven't done it yet? Don't worry, I'll sit here and wait for it. Come on, what are y'all doing? Go subscribe. Go hit that like button, share the link, let people know that we're on today. Also, if you guys want to sign up, become a member of the channel, hey, there's seats at the table for you. I ain't mad at you. Come sit. Come on. There's plenty of room. I'm going to be like the Godfather. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and you ask for a seat at the table. You puny little... Look, there's seats. There's plenty of seats. Okay? Look, come sit. Come hang out with us. We'll have a good time. Also, if you guys want to donate to the channel, help the channel grow, you guys can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. Okay, so make sure you guys do that if you're able to. $1 goes a long way, people. If you guys don't want to do the YouTube Live Super Chat, but you still want to donate financially, you guys can also do PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network, or you guys can also do Cash App, which is $ MSM Podcast Network. Okay, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the show, Tail Greeter. Shout out to Tail Greeter. Hey, look, you know what? Yeah, I will say on Sunday was a bad game, but you know what was not bad? The tailgate. If you guys want to go see an awesome tailgate, and the next time the Dolphins are home, which I believe is the Atlanta game, if I'm correct, the tailgate is a way for fans to express their love and passion for a team and city. The community in the parking lot allows everyone to be themselves, no matter where they're from or what team they root for. When it comes down to it, there's no denying the allure of the game day experience, and tailgating is the glue that holds it all together. So what I really want you all to do is I want you all to go to tailgreeter.com or go download the app on your iPhone. Well, I call it Crapple. Go download the iPhone on your awesome Android or your Crapple phone, whichever one you want to use, and go download the app. And then type in East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, which is the best tailgate around. And then, you know what? I can't say, it's so tough to say that because East 12 tailgate is awesome and West 25 tailgate is awesome. There's a lot of awesome tailgates out there. That's just the one I happen to be a part of is East 32. Go check them out, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to sign up. You're going to get your tickets of how many people you want to come. And then all you can drink and all you can eat. Come on. You can't beat that. I mean, you could, but I don't see how. All right. Hey, look. Follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Stephen D. SKPL. You know what SKPL stands for? Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Because that's what I do, baby. I try to spread kindness, positivity, and love. All right, I'm going to remind you all throughout the show, tonight is a huge, huge special tonight. Okay? Look, check it out. Let me even take this little thing off here. Okay. At 8 p.m. tonight, we're going to have a special Dolphin chat show. The state of Dolphin Nation, a fan base divided. That's right. Hosted by yours truly. I'm going to have 2 awesome panels, one from 8 to 9, one from 9 to 10. It's going to be a 2-hour show. I'm going to have people like Big E from Dolphins Talk. I'm going to have Paul Pickin from On the Fin Side. I'm going to have Danny Johnson from The Positive Porpoise. I'm going to have awesome YouTubers like K Flexin, Dougley Do Wrong, TD Fins Talk, Dolphins United. Shout out to DP. I'm going to have awesome fan club presidents like NorCal, the Godfather, will be on tonight. And I also have Angel Hernandez. Oh, Angel Hernandez. I don't know why I said Angel Hernandez. Angel Ortiz. I said Angel Hernandez because I saw that Joe West got retired this morning in baseball. Horrible umpire. But we're not going to go there. We're not going to talk about umpires or referees today. We're not going to do that. Valley Fanatics, Angel Ortiz. And then we got Cameron East 32. We even have the great Alex Dunno, the touchdown with Doug Smith, and Jamie Bahamas from 305sports.net. This is an awesome panel. You do not want to miss it. And not only that, if you look at the top right, you're going to see a hashtag. I want people to start using that hashtag. Hashtag Get Richmond in HOF. Richmond Webb. That's right. Richmond Webb, the great Richmond Webb, will be hanging out with us between the 2 panels in the middle. Richmond Webb, I'm going to have other super fans come on, ask questions, fan club presidents, and even the Honorable Solo D is going to stop by and hang out with us. I wanted somebody else to hang out with us that night, but look, the man is becoming one of the best beat writers on the block, okay? There's no other way to put it, all right? There's no other way to put it. 1, 2, 3, 4 up says, tonight's going to be fire. Anthony says, I'm tuning in tonight. I like it. All right, look. You guys ready? Y'all ain't ready. Y'all are not ready for today. You know what? Without further ado, let me bring on Daniel Oyefusi. Did I say it right? Look, this is the 4th week. If I haven't said it right by now, I don't know if I'm going to get it.
Now you're getting it. You've been getting it the past couple of weeks, so you got it.
Son, I like it. All right, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm so excited to see you, number one.
Yeah.
Tell me how the last couple of weeks been for you.
It's been going well. We in the grind of the season, so it's always a week-to-week thing. I'm enjoying it. Obviously you wish the team is doing a little bit better, but, I'm enjoying it.
You covered the Baltimore Ravens for the last couple of years up at the Baltimore Sun, and now you're down at the Miami Herald. What are some key differences you see between covering the 2 teams?
Well, obviously,
be honest.
The Ravens are winning a lot more. I covered the 14-2 season where they were just beating down everybody, and then the previous season where they took a couple lumps, but they still were able to make it to the playoffs. It's definitely different covering this team. I think that as we all know, Flores kind of comes from the Belichick tree, so there's a little bit more kind of secrecy. I think he has been a little bit more forthcoming in recent weeks with the team losing. But even from little things to like injury updates and to not knowing who the offensive play caller is and stuff like that. In Baltimore, John Harbaugh is usually a lot more forthcoming, and he'll just straight up tell you a lot of stuff that's going on. If a player's struggling, he'll say, "Hey, this guy isn't playing well. He needs to start playing better to see the field." You might not get that as much. You definitely get more circumventing to talking about the team and not really trying to, solo any individual player, whether that's good or bad. So that's just kind of, every franchise is different with that. So that's really what I noticed.
Yeah, 100%. It's so funny. The Dolphins, I don't know if you know this or not, Daniel, because you're new here. But if you go look up in Webster's dictionary, the definition of mediocrity, there's a picture of the Miami Dolphins right next to it, okay? They've just been the definition of mediocrity for the last 25 years. And I'm not trying to, put salt in an open wound. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to be negative, Nelly. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm calling facts. They are the definition of mediocrity. And I don't know how do you get out of that endless cycle, because I truly feel, with the exception of one thing, and that's trading everything away for one big star player like Deshaun Watson, I think they've done everything in this team. They've tried every different type of regime. They've tried bringing in Hall of Famers to run this team. They've tried to bring in, people that are new to run this. I don't know what else they can do. Let me ask you, from a beat writer standpoint, what is your take of the fan base right now and how they're taking this 1-3 start?
I mean, it's an anti-group. You tweet anything about this team, and it's a lot of bad vibes going on. I gotta tell the truth, and this
Okay.
is a fan base that has been longing for some successful football, some consistent successful football for decades. So I understand it, and this was supposed to be the year. I think that's the really most frustrating part. 2019, I mean, you can kind of live through a rebuild and 5-win season. 2020 is a feel good season. You surprise some guys, but this is supposed to be the year where the team really takes off. I think that's the most frustrating part. Like you said, it seems like they've tried everything. It seems like Flores and Greer kind of had the ship steered in the right way, and you start 1-3 again. So I understand there's a lot of frustration, and I think that the most disappointing part, or the kind of most frustrating part for kind of everybody involved, is like there are no quick fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Flores said like there's not going to be any wholesale changes, which a lot of people didn't take kindly to that. But again, you're 4 games into the season. Do you expect them to just blow everything up? And not a lot of fans would like that, but that's just not reasonable. That they're just going to blow everything up.
By the way, I'm not on board with blowing everything up. I feel like fans are taking it to the extreme because they're over it. They're over it, Daniel. I mean, they've had enough. And you were there for Don Shula weekend, right? Did you get the chance to cover the Don Shula event on Saturday?
I didn't, but I saw a lot of the coverage, and I saw a lot of the videos and speakers and whatnot. And it was
Did you see a lot of the Hall of Famers on Sunday at the game?
Yes, yeah. You passed by them. Obviously, they had the honorary captains and whatnot. So yeah.
Did you get a chance to get like some sort of take of what they're feeling? Guys like Larry Zonka, maybe not specifically, but just some of these old time were there with Don Shula. Like, what is the take of some of the alumni of this team right now?
Well, I personally didn't get to talk to any of them, but I know that our columnist Greg Cody covered it, and he's a legend, is right, and having covered the team and covered South Florida for so long, I think there's a kind of disappointment and kind of sadness, like they're used to the
Greatness.
legacy of greatness. And it's even when you talk to players, like leading up to the week, we asked a lot of players like Christian Wilkins and whatnot about Don Shula, and like they all understand the history and the legacy, and they understand the tradition and the standard. And it's like, they understand that there's a standard to uphold. And over the years, it's not on one player, it's not on any coach, not on one particular person, but it's like over the years they just haven't been able to uphold that standard. I think that's the most disappointing part. If you're like kind of an alumni of this franchise and having played great football and seen winning football.
100%, Daniel. All right, let's talk about Sunday's game a little bit. Let's just get to it and get it over with. We start out the game 3-0 or 3-0. We're playing against an 0-3 team. We're up. We couldn't seem to do anything because after that, the wheels kind of ran off up until the fourth quarter. Sound familiar? Like the week before? Like we get up, we look decent, not great. We look decent, and then all of a sudden, the second and third quarter, they dominate. First, second, and third quarter, really the Colts. An 0-3 team, a hobbled quarterback in Carson Wentz who has 2 bad ankles. What happened, Daniel? Tell me what happened on Sunday, because I don't know.
It's just not a good football team right now. I mean, that's the only way that I can put it. I mean, you look at the numbers, Jacoby Brissett's numbers look, decent. But then when if you don't watch the game and you look at his stats, you're like, oh, Jacoby Brissett played pretty well. He didn't play pretty well.
Say it again. Say it one more time for the people in the back of the bus.
He didn't play pretty well. And I gotta say, I was one of many people who thought that there was not going to be any drop off with Jacoby Brissett from Tua, and I was wrong. I will flat out admit that. This offense doesn't have any identity, and it's like they just can't consistently string together drives. Like Jacoby is like reluctant to throw the ball 10 to 15 yards down the field, and they're not disciplined enough from the offensive line to the quarterback to the wide receivers to generate a 10-play drive. So you just have an offense that's just stuck in neutral and can't do anything. I looked at, I was kind of breaking it down. They scored 3 points in the first half, but they only got those 3 points because the Colts muffed a punt. And then the 14 points in the fourth quarter, I mean, you can more or less say that was kind of garbage time points and yards that were scored. I think that this defense, while it's struggled to stop the run and maybe isn't generating as much pressure as you would hope so, I think that they're playing good enough. They're playing decent.
They're playing good enough for your team to win, but you can't expect much when they're on the field 70% of the game.
Yeah, and you're putting them in bad positions when you're turning the ball over twice deep in the opponent territory. Yep. You have a bad offside penalty on special teams after they get a stop. It's just not like you hear the coach talk and player talk about, complimentary football. I mean, it kind of gets annoying, but it's true. They're not playing complimentary football. You can't kind of like leave your defense out to dry like that. And the defense still has stuff to fix on their own, but it's really about this offense. And I've been interested in seeing how Tua would do this season, from the jump since I got here. But I'm even more excited because it's like this offense really wasn't tailored for Jacoby. It was tailored for Tua. And I feel like throughout this kind of 3-game losing streak and Tua being sidelined, we've kind of lost sight of that, hey, this season was still supposed to be about Tua and seeing what he could do in this offense. So that's why I'm not of the, fire the offensive coordinator, blow everything up crowd. I'm like, let's bring back Tua, see what he does in this offense, see if he can get some steam, because he only played one full game, and he was solid in that game. So let's bring him back, hopefully after the Tampa Bay game. Bring him out in London and see how he does and see if they can kind of start to string some things together.
I want to get to that, but I want to stay on Indianapolis for a little bit longer. There's two more things I want to talk about. Number one, I want to talk about the OC. Who is calling the plays? Because there are people on the broadcast, the national broadcast, that say, Fry is calling the plays. You go to the press conference, Flores isn't giving away anything. But then there are people like Belichick after his post game, as well as the Bills head coach, who also said that they believe Godsey, they think Godsey's calling the play. So what's up? Do we have two offense coordinators? Do we have three? Is Fry being a lone ranger and taking reins into himself and ignoring what they're like? What do you think and what do you know?
Man, I don't know. You might be calling plays for all I know, because I don't know who's calling plays.
Let me tell you, Daniel, if I was calling plays, there would be much better play calls, bro.
Hey, this is a low bar right now, so I'll take your word for it. But man, we don't know. And it's like every week. I feel like every week for the past 2 months, the media has been asking Flores because something pops up. Obviously, Trent Dilfer last week was on the Rich Eisen show and said that he spoke glowingly about Charlie Fry, saying he's a next Sean McVay and he's calling the plays. And that was news to me. And we asked Flores about it, and he said, he's like, hey, we've been over this. Charlie Fry is the one who relays the final play call to the quarterback and is talking to the quarterbacks in the headset. He didn't say anything after that. And then Jay Feely goes out and pretty much says what Trent Dilfer says. We asked him again yesterday, and he pretty much said the same thing. So I don't know. He's definitely set on distinguishing the fact that Fry is the one who relays the play call.
And that's how I thought it was before.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that maybe Fry isn't calling the plays. I don't know. I would definitely take the word of Bill Belichick and John Gruden saying that Godsey is calling the plays.
Yep.
But at this point, you don't.
But you got to go. You got to go with Dilfer a little bit too, right? Because Dilfer has the inside track with Tua.
Exactly, and that's why we have to kind of take.
They're really good. They're really good friends.
We have to take that as maybe a credible statement. I don't know if we're ever gonna find out. I think that it's kind of annoying from a media perspective and a fan perspective because somebody should be held accountable.
Yep.
And
there's nobody to point the finger, and you know who we get to point the finger at then? Flores.
I mean, he's been taking the blame, but that's not going to cut it because we know he's not calling those offensive plays. And even with something like the safety, it would be nice to get an offensive coordinator. They rotate Godsey and Stutesville. We back to back. They usually rotate them talking to the media on Tuesdays, I believe. There's no I was thinking this, I wanted to do this. It's always we, and I understand that because that's how the team operates. But still, from an accountability standpoint, somebody should have to answer these direct questions.
Let me ask you, and I haven't been able to get a chance to see some of these press conferences with the offensive coordinators. What is your take on their reaction to some of these questions? And is the media being, hey, look, somebody here needs to be put the blame on this because, and it's going to be one of you two. Like, have they taken any accountability for their actions of making bad? Because here's a reality, Daniel. You go back to the Vegas game and you go back to the last week's game, in the fourth quarter, I mean, they score. And it looks like they can come back and do this thing, but it's too little too late by that point. So, like, why is there a different play calling in the fourth quarter than the first, second, and third quarter? Because what I heard from Flores is we had a game plan. It didn't go the way we wanted to. Well, change your game plan then if you don't think that it's working.
Yeah, I mean, Flores did mention, they're trying to be methodical in spots, which I understand, and we've asked him a lot. We've heard the term taking what the defense gives us, and we've got some really good questions from the media group asking, well, what's the line between taking what the defense gives you and taking what you want from the defense or whatever. Sometimes you have to be aggressive. And I think that there has been moments in which, they have looked downfield and Jacoby just hasn't hit his guy. I mean, there's a video circulating around. I posted the video, Marcel from ESPN posted the video of Jacoby just flat out missing Waddle deep over the middle. And it's like if he catches that might be a house call, and it's 10-0, and it's a different ball game.
100%. You're talking about the play that Jalen Waddle was wide open, going up, taking the slant up the field. And, it's horrible how wide open he was. And he looked at him. And
I think he put his hand up too, man. I thought he knew it too. And that's part of the thing where I say it's not just one person. It's like we early on, we kind of tried to rag on the offensive line. They haven't been good. They've gotten a little bit better, but they're partly to blame. The play calling is partly to blame, but the quarterback play is partly to blame. It's a mixture of a lot of things. Nothing is really working well right now, and that's why I say it's not like a quick fix where you just get rid of one person. Maybe the quick fix is getting to it. I don't know. That's what we're gonna find out in a couple of weeks. But it's a lot of bad things mixing together to create a really bad product.
All right, let's go to Sunday's game. We're facing Tampa in Tampa, the defending Super Bowl champions. They look amazing last couple of weeks. Look, Tom Brady is the GOAT. There's no other way to put it. I can't stand crybaby Brady, but he's the GOAT. There's no other way to put it. I mean, I don't know how to ask this question, Daniel, without coming off crazy. What do the Dolphins need to do to beat the Tampa Bay Bucks on Sunday, as unlikely as that could be the case?
Well, I'm gonna kind of disagree with you. I think that the Bucks are a little bit beatable, a little more beatable than you're giving them credit for.
Tell me why.
We just saw them 2 weeks ago lose to the Rams, which, albeit, is one of the best teams in the NFL. But we saw them almost lose to the Patriots just 2 days ago. They came a kick away, a couple inches away from losing that game. We saw the Cowboys almost beat them. With that being said, it's going to take the Dolphins' best
game of the year. Yep.
I mean, they got to play their best game of the year. I do think that this is a Bucs secondary that's had a lot of injuries. There's guys dropping like flies right now.
Richard Sherman started after being there for only 3 days.
They brought him off the street, and he's playing 50 snaps. So again, this is maybe an opportunity for the offense to maybe passing offense find some life. I think that the offensive line is really going to have his hands full with that defensive front. But again, I think that, coming into the season, I thought this was a game where the defense kind of matched up well with the the Bucs offense. And I think that it's a game where the defense could keep the team in it, and the offense will have to, play its best game of the year and generate some explosive plays for the first time, and not wait till the fourth quarter. Because if they wait till the fourth quarter, it's going to be way too late. They have to be aggressive early and often.
I 100% agree. My hope is that they go back and redo an entire game plan. Why haven't we seen Reed Sinnett yet? Because Flores was very quick to pull the trigger last year in benching Tua for Fitzpatrick. And I'm not saying Sinnett is Fitzpatrick or Tua, but we know what Brissett can't do. We don't know what Reed Sinnett can do. And my feeling on it is give the kid a chance, because Brissett's not doing it. He's not.
Well, like you said, Reed Sinnett is not Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think that last year, while I wasn't here, everything that I read, the organization kind of had a plan to hand the reins over to Tua. And when he struggled, the team understood, or Flores understood, that he had a capable starter in Fitzpatrick who could win them games. I think that a lot of times as fans, like the backup quarterback is the favorite player on the team. because when the starter is thinking it up, that backup provides the unknown, and sometimes the unknown can be more alluring and more enticing than what you have in front of you and what you see. But I think Flores just kind of knows or thinks he knows that Reed Sinnett is not ready to be a starting quarterback right now. And albeit he looked good in the preseason,
he looked great against Cincinnati, man. That was the most exciting preseason game I've ever seen.
Yeah, but he was playing against guys who might not even be in this league right now for all
That's
I know,
true. That's true.
So there's that. Obviously, he's not getting practice reps. You don't want to throw a young guy out there like that. But I mean, I understand Brissett just he wasn't bad because he was like making bad throws. He was bad because he wasn't really like doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's different if he's throwing the ball 20 yards downfield and the pass gets picked off or whatever. He kind of throws it up and the cornerback makes a good play. But it's like he just wasn't really doing much of anything. And that's the frustrating part. It's like a lot of people were saying that Tua would at least throw the ball down there. And I agree. Tua would at least let it go. He's in his limited playing time. He's shown.
Yeah, I feel like that turnover that Jacoby had that resulted in the touchdown, Tua wouldn't have had that. I feel like Tua would have known to either hold it or throw. I think he would have got rid of it a lot quicker.
Yeah, no, I agree. Jacoby definitely. He said he views himself as a starter. I thought he could have been like a fringe level starter, but with him running this offense, it's quite frankly, the worst offense in the NFL. So I'm not sure how much better Reed Sinnett could do, if at all.
And see, that's what I'm saying. But you just said the words. It's probably one of the worst offenses in the NFL. So I would rather take my chances with Reed Sinnett, fail miserably, knowing, hey, we tried everything, rather than let's keep going with what we know is not working. That's the way I look at it from a fan perspective. I don't know from a beat writer's perspective, somebody who covers a team on a day in, day out basis, if you have that same thought process.
I do at some point, they say the definition of insanity is kind of doing the same thing again and expecting the same different results. And to that point, I kind of do understand the thought process of why not throw Reed Sinnett out. But then again, it's not like the coaching staffs and NFL teams aren't kind of thinking about, why not? Like, let's just throw them out there. They're trying to win games. And if they think that Jacoby struggles and all provides the best option for them to win a game, they're not just going to like yank him. And I'm interested to see if Tua comes back. If he struggles, how willing would they be to yank him? Because Flores would just take Tua out the game if he was struggling a bit last year. I'm interested to see if maybe he has that same mindset this year, whether he lets him kind of play it out. But as of now, it looks like Jacoby's going to be the starter for this Bucs game.
All right. I only know I got a couple of you for a couple more minutes. If you're in the chat, number one, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Number two, if you guys want to go read Daniel's content, go to MiamiHerald.com. Go check out my man. He's got some great stuff up there. And the whole team at the Miami Herald is absolutely amazing. So make sure you guys go check out MiamiHerald.com. You guys also have an app too, right?
Yeah, but what?
You have an app.
Yeah, the Miami Herald app. You can get all the content that you get on the website, but you can kind of get it on the go on your phone. We have a cool e-edition, e-newspaper. Yep. You can kind of see what the print paper would look like. It's updated every morning, so definitely get that. It's a free app.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. Also, if you guys want to ask Daniel a question real quick, if you guys donate to the channel, or if you guys want to just ask Daniel a question, use the hashtag Miami Herald Q. Miami Herald Q, and I'll ask Daniel the question right now. I'll take one or two of your questions to ask Daniel before he gets out of here. While we're waiting for those questions to come in, Daniel, let me ask you a question. What is your score prediction for this Sunday? I had to do it. I had to put you on the spot, man.
Oh, man.
You had to look down like that.
I think I picked, before the season, like 20, 31, 22, 23, but I'm not sure if the offense can get to 23 points. It might get bad. It might get bad. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I keep on thinking like they just can't keep on looking this bad on offense. I'll say 31 Bucks, 16 Dolphins.
Yep. And I appreciate you being. A lot of people are not gonna like that, but I feel like you're being honest with your thought process.
I mean, it's not a good matchup if you're looking at the offensive line against the Bucs defensive line. But I do think the defense can keep them in this game. I do think they can. I think that they have the defensive backs. I think they have pass rushers. Jalen Phillips is coming on strong. If you want to take anything out that game, Jalen Phillips is looking like he could be a player if he gets more snaps and gets more consistent. But this is a tough game. I think that they'll come back in London. They'll turn things around, and I think they might start to string some wins after that.
All right, so Tuscaloosa, Sosa, and Estefan kind of have the same question in a sense. Miami Herald Q, do you see Tua being traded to Washington? And also, along with that, do you think it would be more exciting to cover the Fins if we get Watson, or is the solution Watson? Is the solution Watson? What? Let's go to the Deshaun Watson front. What do you know? What have you heard? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I know, there's been a lot of reporting at the Herald as well that the Dolphins remain interested in Deshaun Watson, but they're not really willing to acquiesce to the Texans' asking price, which by all reports seems to be like 3 first-round picks and kind of 3 additional assets, whether that's draft picks or players. I know that Jay Glazer and Josina Anderson have been reporting that the Texans have kind of come down on that asking price. I think that obviously there's still some hesitancy around the league given Watson's looming kind of cloudy legal situation. The draft or the trade deadline is in a month, so we'll get some clarity or maybe no clarity at all. If the deadline passes and there's no trade, we can kind of shelf those rumors and whatnot for at least the next 5-ish months.
Do you think it's going to happen?
I'm going to say no. Not right now. I think that'd be a very, very bold move to make right now with no real clarity. I guess I didn't see this, but I guess Roger Goodell was at the Dolphins game.
He was at the Dolphins game. He was sitting in the owner's box with
so maybe they were kind of talking with Roger, trying to see what's going on, get some clarity. I still think it'd be a very bold and kind of risky move to make right now. But if they do make that move for Watson, I'd be surprised to see Tua on the roster as well. I would think that they move him or maybe package him in a trade. It'd be a really weird dynamic to keep a first-round pick when you're obviously moving on to another quarterback. But we'll see. It would definitely spice things up. I do have my reservations on how much better the team would be with Watson. I know they would be better, but I don't know if they'd be the instant contenders that we all think. But this will drag on for as long as
until he gets traded. Until he gets traded. Whether it's to us, Philadelphia, or anybody else. All right, Daniel, one last time, man. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media, and tell everybody where they can read all your content.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and all social media platforms at Daniel Oyefusi. Just kind of like it's right in front of you. You can get everything at the Miami Herald, MiamiHerald.com. Also have the Dolphins in Depth podcast, the weekly podcast where, we talk Dolphins just like we're doing right here. So, we're getting ready to record the podcast later tonight. And so it's going to be a good one, 4 games into the season. So we're going to kind of take a step back and kind of look at stock up, stock down trajectory of the team and see, what's going on and how to fix some of these problems.
Hey, look, man, if you got about 5 or 10 minutes and you want to hop on tonight, the floor is always open to you. But I know you're a busy man. But just know that I love what we do every Tuesday, man. It's getting a lot of hype. This is a great segment. People love it. And I hope you enjoy it. And I'm glad that you're on every Tuesday, man.
Oh, I'm enjoying it, man.
All right, man. All right, Fins up. Have a great you're going out to Tampa, right?
I will. Yeah, I will be there.
All right. Well, have a good time out in Tampa. Tell Tom I said hello. And don't beat us too bad. Okay. Tell him not to beat us too bad.
I got you. I'll leave a message.
Okay. All right, man. You have a good one, Daniel.
You too, man. See you.
All right, guys. There we go. Miami Herald, Daniel Oyefusi. And God, I love talking to him every Tuesday. So make sure you guys show up every Tuesday because he gets on and we get to talk Dolphins football with the Miami Herald. It's awesome. It is awesome. Hope you guys like that. If you guys did like that, go ahead and hit the like button. But we're not done yet, people. We got to still a whole other show to hang out and talk about a lot of different stuff. So, look, I want to get on. I want to talk with you. So here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat box a link to come on up here and let's have some fun. Let's have a Dolphin chat, shall we? While I'm waiting for everybody to come on up, I want to talk about tonight's show one more time. Well, I'll probably talk about it at least 2 more times. But another time right here. Dolphin Chat, the State of Dolphin Nation, 8 p.m. Look at that lineup. Dudley Do Wrong, TD Fins Talk, K Flexin, Dolphins United. I got Dolphin Talk. I got On the Fin Side. I got the Touchdown with Doug Smith, 305sports.net's Jamie Bahamas. Alex Dunno from 5 Reasons Sports. I got Cameron with the best tailgate, East 32 Dolphins tailgate. I got Fins Maniacs, Jason Sarney. Guys, I got everybody. I got almost everybody up here. I wasn't able to quite get everyone. There's a couple of people that are missing that I wish could have made it. Reason does recording, and unfortunately I couldn't get him. I would have loved to have him on this. But look, guys, it's still an amazing panel, and we're going to have Richmond Webb. We're going to have super fans, Dolphin YouTubers, fan club presidents. The Honorable Solo D will be here, and I'll be hosting all of it. 2-hour episode tonight. So around 7:30, 7:45, make sure you go to the bathroom, you get your drink, your popcorn, your dinner, whatever you're going to eat and snack on. You throw it up on the TV. Use the hashtag #GetRichmondInHOF because we're going to get Richmond in the Hall of Fame. That's the goal here, people. That's one of the goals. But we're going to talk about the fan. We're going to talk about you, the fans, for 2 hours. We can talk a little bit about the team, but we're going to talk about the fans. And we're going to talk about what we've been through over the last 30 years and how do we get back into the positive. 1234 Ep says, Stephen, real talk, love your hard work and positivity. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. It should be fun. It should be fun. Only watch tonight if you talk Watson all night. I'm not talking Watson all night, AB, so I guess you're not watching because I'm not going to do that. Chef Juice says, I'm there, Stephen, listening and just can't comment as much working. It's all good. It's all good. Me, the fan, you, 2 hours, LFG. Delusional Patriots fan says, but you always support Delusional Patriots fan. That much I'll say. All right, let's get going here. One more time in the chat box for you. I'm going to go ahead and leave the link so you guys can come on and hang out with me this morning. So I need y'all. Come on, let's talk. And let me go ahead. Bring in my man, Estefan. What's up, Estefan?
What's going on, Stephen? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you, man. What did you think of the interview this morning with Daniel? And, did you have any interesting thoughts of what he said?
Yeah, man. When he was talking about the differences of what it was like covering the Ravens opposed to us, it's like, at some point, Flores' approach, I guess it'll never change, but it doesn't necessarily mean that because he has that approach, it's a winning mentality of just keeping everything kind of hush-hush and quiet. Because you see Harbaugh, you don't give a damn. He just
swear jar. Swear jar.
Here it is. Here's what I got for you, and I'm still going to go out and win on Sunday, anyways. Even if I do give you information. You know what I mean? Florida's over here trying to keep everything top secret, and we ain't winning anyway. So who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I got out of that. When he made that comment, that's exactly what I was thinking. Harbaugh always has that team prepared, bro, and I just.
To use your approach of your famous coach Greg Popovich, Mr. Spurs fan, Delusional Patriots fan says $5 to the swear jar, by the way.
Hey, Delusional Patriots fan, y'all got an awesome quarterback, bro. At least y'all have hope. That's all I gotta say, man. There's so much hate in the Dolphin community about that kid that I don't get it, man.
Whack Jones. That's all I'm gonna call him. Whack.
Yeah, I can't even call him that because he looks the part, man. The dude went toe to toe with the Bucks, man. And you have Dolphin fans here sitting here saying, "Oh, well, all he did was dink and dunk." Yeah, he dink and dunk, but it worked. And eventually, he's gonna start hitting you over the top. He was beating the blitz and going to his hot routes. Like Tua don't do that. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous the way our fan base acts. It's like they'll denounce another quarterback or talk trash about him to make themselves feel better about like the fact that we're in a crap situation with two bum quarterbacks.
No, but let me say, when you have a head coach like Greg Popovich or Bill Belichick, you can get away with not being as transparent or not being, having the opportunity to explain every make and move you make. When you're like Brian Flores, I don't think you have that leeway to be as what's the word I'm looking for?
Transparent?
Transparent. You have to be able to tell us what's going on, because right now, I thought he hit the nail on the head, Daniel said this morning. Right now, we want to place the blame to somebody. We want some accountability here. But
actually,
it's almost transparent.
It's almost like adding insult to injury, because what I said earlier, he's trying to stay hush-hush, but you're losing anyways. It doesn't matter.
I get that, but see, that's where I'm like, I don't think Flores is the entire problem, Estefan. I think he shares some of the blame. But right now, because there's nobody that's sticking up their hand and saying, hey, this is me, I got to put it all on Flores. And is that fair to him? No. Because I don't think he deserves that,
Well, check this out. Who picks his coaching staff?
Well, I would like to say he does, but I'm not 100% sure on that, He
does. He does, because you got to be able to come together with your vision of your team and be able to simultaneously coach your coaches and put a product out on the field. And you're doing it for 3 years. And for 3 years, technically, yeah, we won 10 games last year, but
we overachieved last year. I'm not going to say last year.
We did, but did we really beat any really good teams?
We won 10 games in the NFL. We won
right.
games in the NFL.
I get that, but you have an overturn of regimes with this coaching staff for 3 years, bro. You're going on your 3rd year. I'm sorry, man, but this is his fault. He is the one that's supposed to be held accountable.
He has some blame, and he should take some accountability.
No, bro. He not some. A lot of that blame goes, and I like Flores, dude. I'm not, dude. I don't get any pleasure out of saying this, but there's nobody else to blame but itself. Now, the problem that we have with this team is they don't know how to evaluate talent when they have it in-house. And the prime examples of that was them letting go of Luminor, and he's over there doing it up for the Raiders.
Yep, he's killing it.
I told y'all, and we argued about it with Dwayne and Ball Game, and everybody was up against it. When I'm sitting here telling you that the instincts that you get out of a middle linebacker position with somebody like Bernard McKinney, you can't replace that with the guys that we have, because you either have those instincts and you display it, or you don't. That stuff, you just don't. It's rare that somebody all of a sudden gains those instincts and can plug those holes. Look what Michael Parsons is doing year 1 as a rookie. It's because he already had it. You can't coach that on a linebacker and helping them get through traffic. So the point that I want to make is they're failing with what they have in-house, and they're also failing in their scouting. So when you're failing in your scouting and you're failing with being able to identify guys on your team that will actually work now, you got a problem, bro. Technically, in the trajectory that we're heading, we're the Cleveland Browns 2.0, bro. When they had all those draft picks and they selected Johnny Manziel, I believe that they had multiple first, second round, third round picks. Bro, those teams afterwards didn't amount to squat, dude. Nothing. And so that's exactly where we're heading. We amassed all this capital and got all these draft picks, all these free agents, bro, and we ain't doing nothing with it. So when somebody like me has the mentality where, like, dude, I don't give a damn about
swear jar, you are in the red.
I don't consider damn to be a cuss word, but I guess. But look, bro, this is what I'm trying to say. Look, like, I'm going to watch the games on Sundays, but I enjoy watching other teams over our team. I enjoyed watching the Chargers because I appreciate good complimentary football. They're doing what I wish that we would do. With Eckler, bro, that running back hit over 100 yards. I believe his longest run was like, I don't know, 60, 70 yards, something like that. He had a touchdown. I mean, they're doing what we should have been doing with Tua.
All right.
They addressed the offensive line.
Let me bring in some other people. Let me bring in 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps and Big John.
Yeah,
what's up, gentlemen?
What's up, Steven? How y'all doing today?
Pretty good, man. 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps. I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna let Big John go because he looks like he's got a lot.
What's up, Estefan? I think Estefan's a little bit. He's just so fed up right now. I mean, I'm pretty fed up myself, but I ain't as far as him yet. You know, I mean, he doesn't even want to watch the team anymore. That's where the fan base is right now. Honestly, I mean, everybody's mad. Everybody's upset. There's a wound, man, and it's just not healing, man, and it hasn't been healing for a long time. And who do we blame? How does this get better? I mean, your guess is as good as mine at this point, man. I mean, if we get Watson, will we be better? Yes. I mean, I think Tua's going to be better than Jacoby was.
Tua's going to be 10 times better than Jacoby. I'm convinced of that.
I mean, but I don't think – like I had with Dougley last night, I had a conversation about does he think if the Chargers drafted Tua, would he have been Rookie of the Year? And he said he might have been, and I don't agree with that. So I'm not as far on Tua as you guys are. I know people still believe in Tua. I don't believe in the guy at all. I think he's just too small and fragile. I mean, that's just
so here's a reality. 1, 2, 3, 4 Epps. In my opinion, I believe that Tua, right? Tua's the guy. Like Tua's got all the intangibles, in my opinion.
Right.
And I believe that he can turn it around. The question is, will he? And is the coaching staff good enough to help him get there?
And also, can he stay healthy?
Correct. But, you know.
Can I add something to that? The fact that Tua is the difference between Tua and people like Herbert and even Mac Jones. Those guys are consistent. Tua isn't. He's displayed skill that'll tell you he can make NFL throws, but when you're not doing it consistently, just like TD said, I believe last night, you're only as good as a backup quarterback. So that's basically what Tua is.
And here's the reality. I don't think you're as good as the backup quarterback. I think
when you're that inconsistent, that's where you land in the NFL.
I like what Daniel said a little bit ago. Daniel said, "Hey, look, the most favorite player on an NFL team is the backup quarterback because if the starting quarterback, what's the bed, poops the bed, then you automatically know, hey, this guy, let's see what this guy has," which is why I'm all about Reed Sinnett right now.
Yeah, I believe. Hey, I think that I'm agree with you, Steven. I think we should throw out Reed Sinnett. We don't have nothing to lose against the Bucs. We already wrote that off.
I 100% agree. In my opinion, Brissett should not start on Sunday.
You know what I mean? Jacoby just
I could take, because in my opinion, I see the writing on the wall of what's going to happen. I'm not saying
Jacoby has no ceiling. Reed Sinnett actually has one. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that's the case. I just want to see what the kid has.
Yeah, at least see what he has. I mean,
has.
We already wrote this off as a loss. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not like a big deal. We're not gonna lose anything.
Yep.
I mean, if anything, it'll help Brian Flores say, "Hey, we put Reed Sinnett out there to see what we could do. That's why we lost."
Yeah, and I mean that's 100%. All right, Big John, you got a lot to say, my guy.
All right. First of all, let me put some context to this conversation because people are just spitting out takes, and at the end of the day, if you don't put context to things, they're just blabber, okay? I love Estefan more than probably anybody on the panel, but I'm going after him first.
I love Estefan too.
I love him and his donuts more. By the way, Estefan, before I start, Estefan, you guys gotta get ready because the whooping. Let me stay PG-13. I don't feel like paying any money today. The whooping people are going to take from the Miami Heat this year is so disgusting.
It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic.
Real talk.
I saw the Heat score 74 points. They haven't scored 74 points in the first half, I think, in my lifetime. And it looked horrible. It's going to be so bad. We have 5 Xavier Howards on defense. It's just not fair. I'm just
Big John, keep it real. Tell Estefan what's up.
100. Let's go.
Bro, Tyler Hero scored 20 points in the first half. Like it was drinking water.
Tyler Hero ain't just the name of a rap song, Estefan. He's
No,
that guy,
no.
son.
No, he's not just a cereal box cover. He's pretty good. Now let's go back to the Dolphins for a second because people sit there and say well, everything that you guys have been saying, I've been saying, and I've been getting backlash from you and other people, Steven, that everything I'm saying is wrong when I say that they crap the bet on resources, this, that, the other, right? Everybody tells me no. I asked you about Jermaine Illuminor before anybody else did. Nobody knew what happened to him, and look at him now. Here's the thing. It's not that Tua isn't consistent. Is that the only consistency Tua's had is no weapons on offense and no offensive line. Now, granted, Herbert did good last year. Fantastic. Did you guys see how much time he had to throw? Because he got sacked and he moved in the pocket, but the guy has an offensive line. Everybody here who thinks when we drafted Tua that Tua is going to make up, I said this yesterday, we have 5 leaks. We have 5 linemen and 6 leaks because our running back can't block either. They bring pressure off one side because we block the side and the running back can't block. So what do you want the guy to do when there's no time to throw? Tua, be consistent. You have consistent pressure. Jacoby Brissett fumbled the ball after running backwards 15 yards. I mean, do you guys not watch what's going on? Because I see it. You can't stand. Tom Brady couldn't throw behind his offensive line. You don't have time. Tua got hit in 1.5 seconds. The only thing you can do in that amount of time is spike the ball into the floor to stop the clock. And he got broken ribs. Oh, Tua's small and he's fragile. Drew Brees was small and fragile. But you know that if you're going to draft a quarterback like Tua, you need to give him an offensive line. That's what the Saints did. He won a Super Bowl, and I don't know how many championships, but I'm pretty sure we would have taken Drew Brees right now over Tua, and they're the same quarterback. They're the same.
Let me ask you something, Big John, because you bring up a good point about Drew Brees, right? Somebody had mentioned your 1, 2, 3, 4 Ep said Doug Lee said this last night, and I don't want to quote Doug Lee incorrectly, but if I heard correctly from what 1, 2, 3, 4 Ep said, he said that if Tua was drafted to the Chargers, that he would have been a rookie of the candidate.
He might have won rookie of the year.
I absolutely agree.
Now, with that being said, using that same context, if Drew Brees had to come here, maybe he doesn't have the career that he had because we don't have Sean Payton. We didn't have the GM that they had.
It's not even about Sean Payton. We don't have the complementary players to give him time to throw the football. I mean, were you guys? I watched Justin Herbert against Kansas City. Okay, the guy had 5 seconds to throw the football. Any quarterback in the NFL except for Jacoby Brissett, okay, and unfortunately he's on our team, he holds the ball way too long. Jacoby Brissett takes 2.9 to 3.2 seconds per pass on average to release the football. That is way too long to ask your offensive line to block when there's 5 blockers and 6 leaks. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's just optics. It's common sense. I understand that everybody wants Deshaun Watson, and I have, like I said, my only issue with that is he's got 10 criminal cases that people are dismissing like they're nothing, and they are, because if he gets indicted, he's probably never going to play football again. That's why they haven't pulled the trigger. You have 10 cases. Each case takes about 6 months to a year to get looked at and sorted through. So he's not going to play football. You can't I have no issue with making a trade, but thinking that that Deshaun Watson is going to solve 5 blockers who can't block, 6 leaks, block for you, catch for you, not jump off sides, is ridiculous because he can only do one thing. He plays quarterback. He doesn't play defensive back. He doesn't play defensive end. He doesn't jump off sides. He's not Jakeem Grant, which me and you have discussed, and we agree he sucks. So there's only so much you can do. I'm glad in a way Tua got injured because this proves what we've been saying the whole time, or what I've been saying the whole time. Tua is not the problem. The problem is the way they constructed the team from the beginning, because me and Estefan could have gone out there, we would have sat there and drafted players, and it would have looked completely different than what you're looking at. Okay,
right,
here's the problem. Wait. Go ahead.
I just wanted to bring. I have Todd in the back and Rashad. I just wanted to bring them into the conversation.
Okay, now here's what I was gonna say. I've been listening to it for 3 days. As you can see, I haven't been on, just listening to everybody go. Here's the thing. Deshaun Watson, you bring him in, right? Here's the problem, and maybe Dolphin fans will accept this, but I'm not one of them. You bring in Deshaun Watson. Let's just say, for argument's sake, just for the conversation, Deshaun Watson comes in, the Dolphins go undefeated, and we go to the Super Bowl and we win. Okay? Are people willing to trade a championship for 12 more years of losing?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
No.
I just want a Super Bowl.
Okay, but that's the problem. Because I'm gonna give you an analogy. Everybody says yes. You know why we say yes? Because we're not the ones spending the money. The money isn't coming out of our pocket. We're not the ones that gotta pay the players. And that day when the organization goes to crap, we're just gonna turn the channel like Estefan said and go watch another team. Right? Now, we are like, let's just say the Miami Dolphins are Deshaun Watson. We're the Dolphins. We're in jail for 5 years. We come out of prison. There's a chick. We haven't gotten anything off. No socks off.
Oh, come on, Big
John.
No.
Let me talk.
Keep it kid friendly.
I am keeping it kid friendly. I said socks off. I didn't say nothing else. We come out of prison. After 5 years, we see a chick. She's got syphilis, AIDS, herpes, and gonorrhea.
Oh my God!
And we're just gonna. No, I'm keeping it legit. And we're just gonna go regardless of what goes on, risking getting something. And everybody in here says they'll do it, but in reality, you wouldn't. Taking Deshaun Watson right now with all the allegations is like buying a Lamborghini for $250,000 and having to give it back in 3 days because you can't make a payment on it. Was it worth the 3 days of driving a Lamborghini in hindsight? No. People might want a championship.
Big John, I love you, but that's a bad
analogy,
bro.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Can I say something, Steven?
No, it isn't. I'm sorry. No, it isn't.
Go ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Deshaun Watson, yes, he has these are not criminal These have been investigated by the FBI. I know a little bit about prison and legal act. I'm not going to get into war stories.
I do too.
But I'm going to tell you that if somebody has this many allegations, the FBI's investigated, they've looked this long, there would be an indictment by now. There would be.
No. Let me explain why not. There wouldn't be an indictment under the CBA until they have all the facts and the criminal cases are looked at. It's not the 22 civil cases that have me worried. I'm not worried about that. That can be solved by paying it off. He can go pay it off, and that's that.
Hold on, because this is way too much for me. Let me get Todd and Rashad in here.
You told me I had a lot. You told me I had a lot to say.
I need a minute, Big John, and let me bring in TD Fins talk too. TD's on.
Hey, Steven, I went to the massage parlor and got a hand job. It was awesome, bro.
Oh my God, what is up with you guys this morning?
Bro, she was rubbing on my hands. She was rubbing on.
I don't. She was rubbing on Steven. I don't owe nothing.
She was rubbing on my hands, bro.
I love.
It's underrated, bro. If y'all go to the, if y'all ever go to a massage.
All right, I'm muting you. TD, what's up, man?
Man, Steven, I'm not feeling my best, and I was sitting there enjoying the show, and Big John had me looking for the link so fast. This
Go ahead
man
and
said,
tell him how Herbert played behind a worse offensive line than Tua last year, bro.
That's the Finn.
Because I know
You're
that's
in
what you
timeout.
want.
That's the Finn. You are in timeout, sir. You are so in timeout right now.
Hey man, hey, come on, Steven. That wasn't that bad. He said
Oh, I'm about to,
massaging hands.
you're close to being put on timeout too. Go ahead, TD.
bro, do you know
Oh, she
how
rubbed
hard?
my hands.
Do you know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl? And this guy literally asked us, would we trade all of that for one Super Bowl?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I wouldn't,
Well,
and I'll tell you why.
and
I'll
then
tell you
you
why.
go further.
Wait.
Big John, let TD go.
Then
Go
you
ahead,
take-
TD. Go ahead,
Then
TD.
you
Go ahead,
take it
TD.
a
Go ahead.
step further to say y'all say that now, but y'all not the ones writing the check. Exactly.
You're not.
Stephen Ross won one. He 81 years old.
Doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't
Bro,
matter.
What
you
it
take
Sorry.
the Super
Doesn't
You
Bowl.
matter.
play to win the game.
If you can get one
and I
Super Bowl,
understand that.
bro, if you can get one Super Bowl and suck for the next 10 years, it's worth it.
Let me ask you a
Agreed.
question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you. I agree to a certain point, but I'm going to ask you a question. I really want to ask this question. Do you think the New York Giants right now, the fan base, gives a damn that they beat the Patriots? Does anybody walk around with a 1997 Florida Marlins jersey and a shirt after they won and destroyed the entire city after tearing it down
Dolphins
twice?
fans care.
They don't. The Marlins. I'm not talking about Dolphin fans. The Marlins fans don't care. They
Bro,
don't even
how
support
long?
the
Hold
team.
on. How long has the
Dude,
Marlins been a team?
It doesn't matter. That's not the point.
No. Answer the question, and I'll tell you why it does matter.
It matters, bro, because we've been a fan base longer. Good. So what?
Because we haven't won in 50 years.
I agree.
It's like
But
50
I agree.
years.
I agree with you. But my
Do you
point
know there's
isn't
been generations that were born and scared that
I-
they may
I
die without
agree.
seeing one?
I agree, but at the end of the day, I agree. But when I'm not disagreeing with you, I agree with you, and I understand where people are coming from. We want a quick fix. But at the end of the day, that doesn't solve the problem. We want consistent winning. And unfortunately, nobody here's to blame for Deshaun Watson's situation, but Deshaun Watson. It's not Ross. It's not me. It's not you. It's not Steven. If he doesn't do what he did, he would have already been a Dolphin. So who's to blame? If we're gonna be sincere, it's Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, we get all that.
Else.
But that's
Okay.
that's neither here nor there. At the end
It
of the
is.
day, we're
It is
just
the here nor
simply
there.
No, it's not, bro.
Big
And
John,
by the way, the guy earlier that was telling you that an indictment would have been had, he's not talking about the NFL. He's talking about the FBI.
Yes,
I'm not talking about the NFL. I understand that. We're talking about the FBI. But under the CBA, the
CBA has nothing to do with the FBI.
Listen,
CBA, I was going to say CBA has nothing to do with criminal, but I didn't want to get into it.
No. I understand that. The CBA.
I was wondering why you said that too, Big John. I was like, what the hell?
I'm going. Well, let me go.
Go ahead,
Horrible
Big John.
point.
The CBA's got nothing to do with it, but they're not going to disclose any information till they're done investigating. I'm not worried about the 22 civil lawsuits. He can pay that off. It's one case. It's 22 women, but it's one case. So if he pays it off, that goes away. My problem is the 10 criminal suits that he has before he gets to the 22 civil
the 10
cases.
criminal complaints, right?
That exactly.
They're complaints. They're not charges.
They're not charges, but they're going to go to court. So they're
correct
cases.
me if I'm wrong. Those 10 criminal complaints are 10 of them. All 10 of them are part of the 22.
And they've been investigated by the police, and there has been no
Yeah.
indictment. And let me tell you, police don't they're not in the business of letting sexual predators just walk around the streets.
I agree. But all I'm saying is, if he didn't have these issues that he caused, okay, he put himself in.
Nobody's arguing with you on that. Nobody's arguing with
that's
you.
all that I'm saying. He put himself there. If it wasn't for that, I have no issue with Deshaun Watson being here. But I care too much about the franchise to have the franchise give away years of suffering. Can you guys imagine? I just want people to think about this.
Hold on, Big John. No. Wait, Big John. Wait. Let's get something straight. First of all, I love you. You're my brother from another mother. But number two.
Thought I was your brother from another mother.
You all are my brothers from another mother, TD.
Okay.
We're all brothers.
That's a lot of brothers, man.
We fight.
We're all Finwalls.
And talk about hand jobs.
Oh my God, you're killing me. You're going back in timeout, Estefan. Number two, you do realize next year will have been 50 years since our undefeated season, which means it will have been 49 years since our last Super Bowl win. It's been 49 years since we've won a Super Bowl.
And 23 different quarterbacks.
Okay.
Big John say he ain't worried. He live in the 200.
Bro,
No,
I'm so sick of I wear my Dolphin stuff with pride everywhere I go, Big John. You want to know what I hold on, wait, I'm not done. You know how sick I am of being like, well, we can't all be perfect except the 72 Dolphins. That's my only comeback as a Dolphins fan. I don't have any other comeback. I can't say Dan Marino. Marino never won one.
Perfect.
I'm over it.
But it's gonna be. You know what the problem is, and it's not you guys. It's me. It's very simple. You guys live like you guys watch football, and to a lot of people, if you guys have a bad day, TD excluded, because I don't think TD goes into this group. But I think a lot of people, if the Dolphins lose, you guys get pissed off for the entire week and your day sucks.
I don't get pissed off for the entire week no more, but I do get pissed off the entire day.
I'm a person that I've been through so many things personally that people up here don't know about, that to me, that it doesn't matter. I'm going through so many things right now as we're talking that the Dolphins, if they win a Super Bowl or not, it doesn't make or break what I go through.
So Big John, we're not arguing that point, and I get you. I'm with you.
I'm only making a point. I agree with you, but I understand where you guys are coming from.
But the fact of the matter is, as fans, I think there are plenty of fans here that would be like, oh, all I got to do is I get a Super Bowl, but I got to lose for the next 10 years?
20 years.
20 years?
I'll wear that shirt
in a heartbeat. I would wear that shirt for 20 years.
You better believe it.
But let me ask you a question. Don't we want consistency?
We do.
So what is that going to solve you? But then you're going against what you want.
So no. Here's why. Why, Big John. So here's why. Let me pull myself into the big screen here. Here's why, Big John.
Go ahead.
Because we have not seen anything from this regime or past regimes or past ownership to be like, you know what? We're on our way. We're doing it right. We're doing this the right way. We haven't seen it.
Okay, so here's my question. Then why is it when me and Estefan sat up here, okay, and told you this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, TD said it, they're drafting people in wrong positions, that they move players for no reason. If you're going to draft the left tackle, draft the left tackle. Don't draft the left tackle to play him at right tackle. Don't do what no other team does. We do it to ourselves. Why is it everything I did, everything I said?
You're making my point, Big John.
You're making my point.
No, that is exactly why I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll trade one Super Bowl win for 20 years.
Okay.
Of course I will.
Okay.
Because we're not doing it right anyway.
Okay.
Plus the
Even with all the stuff you said about Deshaun, even with everything you said about Deshaun, Big John, I just got to tell you, bro, I don't care. Get him on the team. Get him here now. I don't care, bro. It's going to be all right, bro. All this legal stuff's going to go. It's going to be all right.
I hope that you're right. I don't see it that way. But I said it the other day, and everybody laughed it off when I said he's not coming here, and he's going to get indicted. And I'm not going to tell you guys why I know, but I know. I'm telling you.
Big John, there's no way you could know unless you talk to Stephen Ross or Deshaun Watson.
Yes, sir.
How could you know 100%?
I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
How could you know unless you know Stephen Ross or Deshaun Watson?
Hold up. TD, any thoughts on this, TD? Because I need you to come in here.
Okay. Yeah, I got thoughts on this. The thought that I have is that we have options, okay? Option number one, we can go get Deshaun Watson. But you know what a better option is out of all of this? Is in week 6 when Tua Tagovailoa comes back.
They give him an offensive line.
He balls out. And he saves all of this. That's all. That's the best option for the team. Tua comes back in week 6. He looks just amazing. He leads this team to the playoffs, and we worry about the rest then. And
Agreed.
it's that simple.
If
And
you
I know a
agree,
lot of people may not have any faith in that happening, but it's an option. You got me arguing that I'd rather go to Deshaun Watson. I don't believe it'll happen. You got other people
yep.
saying Tua's going to get it done. All of them are viable options. Let's see if Tua can get it done if they don't go get Watson. But if they go get Watson, then that means that they didn't believe it themselves. So time will tell.
But the problem is this regime has a problem accepting accountability. They make mistakes.
But
We're still playing Austin Jackson.
They have for 20 years, bro.
Well,
They have for
then
30 years.
you know what? Then you know what? Then even if you bring Deshaun Watson in, you're not getting your one Super Bowl until they realize that they're making mistakes.
First of all, let's get something straight. I don't think that he automatically makes us the Super Bowl contenders. I do think he adds.
Thank you.
I do think that he adds 2 or 3 wins to this year if we traded him this year. 2 or 3 games that would be losses. He would.
I think we would be a Super Bowl contender if we make that happen now and give him time to learn the offense. Yeah, we're a Super Bowl contender, and I'll tell you why. Because the offensive line is going to be better, and they've actually progressed and got better. You know what I mean? So behind this offensive line, look, I'm telling you, the plays that he'll make to move the ball, even if we don't score, and on top of that, you add the fact that you know you're gonna score, bro. And then with this defense, they're actually making stops. We're not that bad of a team if you add Deshaun Watson.
And you know Watson's going to open up the run game too. Watson's going to open up the run game too, and you got to put a spy on him and keep him contained. It makes a whole different ball game.
Let me let Rashad and then Todd left. So Rashad, go ahead, man.
I digress.
I mean, I don't think nobody's wrong in this situation. I think as a fan base, I don't know why we crucify our team so bad. I mean, yeah, we suck. It's agreed. We know who to blame now. We know it's coaching and development. We know that we can bring somebody better in and they will do a better job as a player. That should make sense to everybody. I just think that we do it wrong always. Everybody keeps saying we got a team that needs to win now because we got 2 cornerbacks that's pushing 30. That's it. Everybody else is young. We got Devontae Parker, who we really don't know if we want on this team. And after him, we got a bunch of one-year dudes like McCourty and Coleman. And nobody's really old on this team besides the cornerbacks. That's why we're stressed over getting Deshaun Watson to win now. Like, clearly our offensive line isn't old enough or developed enough or good enough. The running back room is young, 7th-round picks besides Brown. And our receiving core is, 1-2 year old receivers besides Jakeem Grant. He's out of here too. Matt Collins out of here too. Just just turned 26. Like,
let me bring in Todd. Go ahead, Todd.
I just wanted to ask a question. We all talk about Tua's frail. I said I just want to ask a question. We all talk about Tua being frail. What about Watson's injuries and how many chances he takes?
Oh, TD, please take this one, TD. Take it.
Oh, boy.
Please take this one, TD.
Steven, I'm trying to go on a hiatus of talking negatively about Tua Tagovailoa.
No, he said, what about Watson? He said, what about Watson's injuries?
See, well, when it comes to Watson,
he doesn't have any.
That's always a concern, right? But at the same token, the beautiful thing about Watson is he's proven time and time and again, even if he has an injury, he comes back. And when he comes back, he looks even better. Not only does he look even better, when's the last time he's had a major injury? Are we talking about, are people still holding on to his rookie year?
Exactly.
Are people still talking about 5 years ago?
Plus, he was behind a bad offensive line.
The worst O-line that year.
Tua had 3 surgeries behind the best offensive line in college football. I don't know how many times I have to say that. They are the best offensive line in college football, and he had 3 major surgeries.
And for the record, I'm not talking about Tua. That wasn't me.
Are you talking about the ankle surgery? Are you talking about the ankle surgery?
I'm talking about both ankle surgeries. I'm talking about the hip surgery.
That's not a major surgery, bro. That's not big.
Any surgery is major. Yeah.
I know. I have 40 of them. That's not a big surgery.
So, Big John,
you can't tell me what I don't know.
Big surgery?
But it's not. If you get hurt in the national, if you get hurt and you have to have surgery, you're going to be out for numerous amounts of time.
Ankle surgery was so he doesn't sprain his ankles. That is a minor procedure, bro.
I know what it is, but he was still out though. He still had surgery.
But
in the NFL, you can't afford to have your starting quarterback miss games because of a minor or major surgery.
Then people need to learn to block. How about we learn to block? That'll solve a lot of issues. How about they block?
All right. Number one, let me bring Todd into this. Todd, here's the reality of this. If we go out and get Deshaun Watson and he gets hurt, God forbid, knock on wood, that is a chance that I'm willing to be okay with. Because guess what? Same thing can happen to Tua, Brissett, Reed Sinet. It doesn't matter who's in there. Injuries are a part of the game. And you're like, well, if you give up your future, we haven't done anything with the picks that we've had. So I agree. It's worth it.
I agree, Stephen, to a point, but at the same time, we need to fix this O-line no matter who's there.
Yeah, but they haven't. What? See, this is my argument to you guys.
So blame them.
We know what they need to do. We've been saying it for 30 years.
But they don't.
I'm putting everybody on mute for a second.
They don't.
I'm getting feedback. That's all. That is my biggest issue. Is they've been doing it for 30 years. And they still have not done the correct thing. We as fans, couch GMs, have done better at picking draft picks than the real GMs of this football team for the last 30 years. I would believe a majority of couch GMs that they make the right play over them what's been here. And that's real. And I know people are like, "Oh, that's crazy, Steven. Why would you say something like that? That's blasphemous." Here's a hold on, bro. Like I'm so sick of everybody being like, "Well, you need to do it," but they haven't done it.
No, Steven, the reason why I don't agree with that is because the last 3 GMs we had here have gone to other teams and made the team competitive and a lot better than what they did when they were here. Different power struggles.
Name them.
Yeah.
The guy from Minnesota, the guy that went to Minnesota, has made their team is great. They just haven't been able to fix the quarterback. But every team is trying to fix the quarterback. Okay, so look at the 3 GMs that we had here, and look where they are outside of the idiot on ESPN. Okay, who's over there? Tannenbaum. Outside of him, go look, and they've done. Even the guy that picks for that is for the Texans was for the Dolphins. Okay, they've done a 1,000 times better job than when they were here, because due to different things that I'm not going to get into, power struggles that people don't know about, and stuff like that have made them not be able to do what they want to do, and they're handicapped. That's an organization. That's an organizational problem.
Then, Big John, here's a reality: the Dolphins.
The reality is we suck.
The Dolphins are cursed.
Even the Houston Texans offensive line is trash. I don't listen, man. The Miami Dolphins, all y'all keep talking about the O-line. First of all, you can't fix that now. That's an off-season issue. But on top of that, in order to make the O-line where all of us would love to see it, you would have to literally replace a minimum of 3 guys. And go ahead and abandon their development, right?
Well, no, not exactly.
Why is it always fix the O-line when in today's NFL there's teams that saying, you know what, I'm a trick the whole system. I'm not gonna fix the O-line. I'm just gonna go get a quarterback that make them look better.
That's
what.
Who's arguing with TD on that?
That takes a generational
That's not
type
gonna happen.
quarterback, and those
Thank
quarterbacks.
you.
Watson.
Thank you.
Relax.
Thank you.
That takes a
That's the
generational
problem.
type quarterback, but that
They
I
don't
does
have
not
a
agree.
make
generational talent. I
does
know.
not make that team a Super Bowl contender just because they got that quarterback.
No. What it does, it starts to
That just
fix
makes
the
that
issues
quarterback.
faster.
That
It
just no,
starts to
Let me
to fix the issues faster.
no.
let me ask you a question.
It
Let me
hides
ask you a question, TD.
it hides the
TD.
deficiencies of the offensive line. That's all it does. It
And
just
that's
leaves a
what you're
quarterback
supposed
at.
to do because no team has a
No,
perfect
bro.
team.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
bro.
No team has a perfect team. Every
Okay.
Okay.
team's job is to take their imperfections and hide them.
Okay. But
All right.
we see the difference between when Lamar Jackson came into the league and he actually had an offensive line. You couldn't say he was making the offensive line look good, and then he won an MVP. And
Bro,
then the
what are
next
you
year when
talking
his
about? But
offensive line
He went to the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson
listen,
can't throw the ball.
then his offensive line got hurt, and we're saying, oh, he has a bad offensive line. And he's getting
There's
blown up.
exceptions
He's
to
no
the
longer
rule.
an MVP
There's
candidate.
exceptions to that.
Okay.
Now he's not even a good quarterback. He's an all right quarterback. Now he's a running back. He's not a quarterback anymore because he doesn't have an offensive line.
Well, I don't know who's been
still
telling
He
you
was
needs to
that,
have
but
throwing
a
I've
some
been saying
dimes
this
to
the whole
Marquise
a
time.
good
Brown and
offensive
Mark
line.
Andrews.
The only reason he won the MVP was because of his rushing.
I'm not saying there's not, but he also had a good offensive line. When he lost that offensive line due to injury, what was it then? What was the conversation?
Bro, this is another thing that kills me. Everybody deems an offensive line good automatically just because they're ranked higher. Do you ever stop to think maybe the
No.
quarterback is making them look better than they are?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
the ball's coming out faster. They're different. That's what he's saying. They're different
Steven,
reasons
I'm
for
just
the
curious.
offensive line.
Hold on.
Y'all clearly don't hear what
Let
I'm
me
saying.
get
But
Ennis
okay.
in. Ennis, what's up, Ennis?
I want to know what team has done that. Had a garbage O-line, but had an elite quarterback and won the Super Bowl. How did that work for Patrick Mahomes last year?
Let me give you an example. You can take the freaking game last night. Do you know how bad the Chargers O-line looked last night?
Not as bad as
But y'all
ours.
didn't notice that, did you? You didn't notice it, did you? Why? Because the ball was still being complete, and they were still moving it down the field.
I've seen them throw some terrible throws
times
too.
that kid got whacked last night?
Herbert did some
Man, Herbert took a hit last night, got up and threw a freaking dart and completed it.
Do you know how that kid was getting killed last night?
So
but you didn't really notice it because the ball was still moving.
So Slater and Lindsey is trash?
What happened?
I didn't say nothing about the ball being moved.
No, Slater and Lindsey are great.
My question: you fail to realize the O-line still played like trash.
Yeah, I have a question for everybody. In this day and age in the NFL, what do you think the most important position on the NFL field is?
Quarterback.
Thank you.
I would
no.
Yeah.
No.
In this day and age.
I would argue. I'd like to argue and say center, but quarterback is right.
But what team has won with a garbage line and a elite quarterback that won it? Patrick couldn't win it last year because his two tackles was out.
He also went against Tom Brady, who's won 6 Super Bowls.
Once again, y'all automatically think that these lines are great because they quarterback also help make them look great. Do you know what it is when your quarterback is behind center and he sees the blitz coming and he can identify that to the line? Advantage line. They're about to take care of.
Let me ask you. Is Russell Wilson's offensive line
trash?
They were when he won a Super Bowl.
He is the
no, they weren't, Big John.
He was the most hit quarterback in the NFL that year. He was the most hit quarterback in the NFL that year.
But Steven, they're going to say it was a good O-line because Russell Wilson extended plays. And
because they had Marshawn Lynch, one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Marshawn Lynch was running the ball.
We're talking about pass protection. We're primarily talking about pass protection, and y'all know that. You're trying to move the goalposts and talk about a good running game.
But the Seahawks had a good running game. So what do you
when you have a running game.
TD, let me ask you something, TD. Do you think that the O-line's a problem?
Yeah, it is a problem.
Okay, I just want to say, because Jake Fish out there said that you're the only clown that doesn't see that the O-line's a problem.
Hey, why you gotta call TD a clown, man?
Yeah, man, be cool with that. He ain't a clown, man. TD.
I just wanted to, because I didn't think that you said that.
Let me ask TD a question. Let me ask TD a question real quick before you guys keep talking. TD, do you think if we get the left tackle from Detroit, you don't think that'll help our offensive line and putting what's his name, dude? Putting our rookie at right tackle, that wouldn't solve a lot of the issues that we're having?
No, it's not gonna. See, that's another thing. It's not gonna solve all the issues, okay? Because every O lineman make mistakes, right? Even if you're a great O lineman, you saw what Jones did in Tennessee a bit against Tyler Lewan in Week 1. It was just atrocious. Jones had 5 sacks on an All-Pro guard. I mean, All-Pro.
Yeah, I was sick.
So everybody gets beat, just like people argue with me with X. Everybody gets beat, right? So the general lineman getting beat here and there, it happens. No big deal. But that's not where our biggest issue is. We got our Jesse Davis got beat on this play. Blah, 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 got beat on that play. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest
Go ahead,
TD. Is what?
The biggest is.
The biggest is. All right, while we wait for TD to come right back.
The biggest issue is Austin Jackson gets beat every week.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, hold on, guys.
Every once in a while, he gets beat every
guys,
week.
remember, if you're watching right now, we got over 100 views. We only have 52 likes. So everybody on the panel, tell what everybody needs to do right now. Tell them what they need to do.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button for Miami Sports Music. Come on, people.
Give Steven $50 tips.
I didn't say that. I said hit the like button, but I wouldn't be mad at $50 donations. Y'all can do that.
Steven,
all right, all right, TD's back. Go ahead, TD.
My bad, y'all. Forgive me.
We wanted to know what you said. The biggest issue, and then you dropped off.
The biggest issue with the pressure on the quarterback is not just the line. The quarterback has responsibilities in his protection, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be able to call it, identify it, and when it's disguised really well, you have to be able to make plays and get up out of there. And I think that Tua's hip surgery might be limiting his ability to be able to take off on a consistent basis.
That being said, TD. That being said, TD, he did identify the blitz when he got sacked. He did call it out, and Malcolm Brown just didn't block.
What do you mean Malcolm Brown didn't block? There were 2 guys he had to choose. I'm
talking. No. Malcolm Brown went and took the middle guy and left the safety by himself when the middle guy was already blocked.
Excuse me.
The linebacker that came. You're talking about the play where the linebacker came and the safety came. The linebacker was picked up and he went and left the safety by himself.
First of all, there was no safety. Let me back up for you.
No.
It
was Micah Hyde. It was Micah Hyde.
It was a cornerback.
I thought Hyde was a safety though, because I know what play.
On that play he was a safety. On that play he was a safety.
Micah Hyde.
I'm not talking about the first sack. I'm talking about the second
one. Play, he was the nickel, and the guy cleared out the most.
That's what TD talking about. Yeah.
Man, just hear me out, bro. Trust me, man. First of all, Tua did call the first protection. He saw the linebacker looking like he was going to blitz. He literally tilted his head over to tell the running back and pointed at the linebacker. Running back said, okay, I got the linebacker. Running back went in his stance. Tua then proceeded to point at the corner coming off the edge, but the running back's job is to take the closest man to the quarterback. What Tua was supposed to do was actually walk up to his line of scrimmage, noticing an overload, and shifted it left.
Can I say something about that play real quick? As a running back block, I played almost every position.
Good.
But as a running back, as a blocking running back, you don't go out there and attack the blitzer. You let the blitzer come to you. He should not have been up there with the line of scrimmage, past the line of scrimmage, attacking the linebacker on a blitz. He should not have done that.
You're supposed to recognize who's coming and block that person that's coming in.
Exactly. He takes
TD, bro. TD, let me
hold on. This is where you have a disadvantage. You say you're supposed to wait on the blitzer to come to you. Get out of here with that crap.
You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to attack the.
You talking about a 240-pound blitzer versus a 190 back. Get out of here. You ain't waiting on nothing. You meeting it for you to even have a chance.
That's more like entry level. That's more like entry level running back blocking.
TD, you know you're getting hate in the chat, but this one's funny. I gotta put this up, TD. I gotta put this up.
But you know what's crazy though, Steven?
He said TD's the Jeff George of YouTubers. I ain't never heard that.
Malcolm Brown is 230 pounds.
TD, come on, bro. That's a good one, bro.
Still, if you got a 240-pound man coming straight at you, he's gonna bulldoze you over, man. And if what
he said ain't make no sense whatsoever. You don't wait on no guy to come.
No. Look. I can explain all this right now. Look, what Shad is saying, that is true on a general basis. But when your quarterback calls out the protection and tells him, block that guy, that's who you're supposed to block. Because the quarterback is just like a basketball point guard that calls out plays on the field. Yeah, in general, the running back is supposed to pick up the first guy that comes through on a blitz. You don't know where that blitzer is coming from, but if the quarterback identifies a blitzer and tells you, "I want you to pick that guy up," that's why he went right at that running back. And I'll tell you one thing that looks even stupider about that block. That it was 2-on-1. It was 2-on-1. Yeah, you had an offensive lineman and you had a running back blocking the same guy.
Hold on, real quick. I gotta talk. Hold on.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Let me talk to the chat box, the chat room. Everybody, put yourselves on mute real quick. I need y'all to understand something. Number one, it's real easy to come up here every morning and criticize people that come on here every morning, and there's no arguing here. Rashad, 1, 2, 3, 4, Estefan, Ennis, TD, Big John, who stepped away for a minute, myself. We might have disagreements, but that's the point of a debate, is to talk about why we think X, Y, and Z. It's all love up here. Ain't no arguing. Ain't no real arguing up here. None. So y'all sitting here in the chat throwing shade at TD. Why? Because TD's got his own opinion?
Right.
They hate me because they hate me.
No, I'm telling you, Steven, TD's actually right about what he's saying, because I used to play running back, bro. And the only reason you pick up the guy that's coming through the blitz is when you don't know where the blitz is coming from. But when you straight up have your quarterback tell you, pick up that guy,
and here's
TD's right. He's right.
People in the chat saying that I'm on TD's jock. That's fine. Y'all can say that if you want.
For the record,
come on, yo.
He was pointing out the Mike linebacker.
TD isn't wrong. TD isn't wrong, but you don't. I don't care where you're at and what level of football you're playing, Pop 1 or Pee Wee, whatever. You don't attack the blitzer before he gets past the line of scrimmage. That way you see.
I'm not talking about you, AB.
As a running back, you're the last line of protection.
He wasn't attacking him. He was going ahead to meet him. He was going up to meet him, and he realized that the guy backed out in the coverage.
Because he was pointing at him.
And they go watch his channel after. You 100% right, Scant Dollar. And they go to TD's channel afterwards and listen to his takes on his network right after this.
That's why I don't entertain. That's why I don't entertain these people, Steve. And for the record, for those who want to know, I never played collegiate football. I played high school football. I was a safety. All right. Outside of that, yes, I did join the band so I can get a scholarship to go to college after I fractured my wrist.
Daddy, what's that?
Yeah.
Hey, Rashad, tell me if I'm wrong. But to me, you point out the Mike linebacker first. Then he pointed out the guy coming on the blitz.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying block that guy. He was pointing out the Mike linebacker. That linebacker.
You know what? And that is 100%. That is 100. So we're talking about two different things. Y'all talking about that. I'm still with the people in the chat. That is exactly why tonight at 8 p.m. I'm doing the Dolphin chat show, the panel. That's going to have TD on there, Dougley Do Wrong, K Flexin, Alex Dunno. It's going to have Big E from Dolphins Talk, Jason Sarney from Fins Maniacs, Paul Pickham from On the Fin Side.
Valley Fanatic. Like, it's got everybody up there.
I wish I was
because
there.
this fan base is so divided. It's so
Yeah.
divided.
Can I say something about that real quick, Steven? Because it's been on my
Go
mind
ahead.
for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Why are we? Honestly, we're gonna say we're not. Some of us really aren't, but we're so devoted to our opinions. It's like we root against players on our team because we want someone else to have their position in a way. We want Jakeem. Well, I don't. I pray for this kid every time he's on the field. Every punt, I pray for this kid. It's like we want Jakeem Grant to fail so we can get Kirk Merritt. We want Tua to fail so we can get Deshaun Watson. The reason if they fail, it's not going to bring another player up faster. It's going to get the coaching staff fired faster. That's what's going to happen. But it does not seem like we root for our team at all.
Can I respond to that, Steven?
I want TD. I think TD wants to say something and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead, TD.
Thank you, because I really do. I actually picked that up. I actually agree with Rashard. There's a lot of that going on. But I think one of the bigger issues is the interpretation of some people not having that intent. Take me, for instance. I don't want Tua to fail. Of course, people are going to say I do. They think that I want Tua to fail so that we can get Deshaun Watson. It is more beneficial for Tua to succeed so we can keep our draft capital and keep our money. So I don't want him to fail. But if I have an opinion that I just don't think he's the guy, I get labeled into that category that Rashard is talking about. Not saying Rashard is labeling me, but they'll label me into that category anyway.
That's actually what I'm talking about. They label TD as a Tua hater and all of that. But he's just saying his opinion. He thinks that Tua is not the guy right now, and Deshaun Watson is, which is true. I mean, you can't argue that Deshaun Watson isn't the right guy for 28 of the 32 football teams right now. He just is. He's Deshaun Watson. But people will argue that, and they take it as TD wants Tua to fail. And
I think fans in general. So look, here the reason I did this panel, and I'm so glad I got all these people from all of these different platforms to agree to come on at the same time. It's crazy. It's going to be a huge event, in my opinion. But I look at it because I think that at the end of the day, I don't think fans know what to believe in. Right. I think fans have, well, this is what we do. But if you don't think this way, then you're not a true fan. And if you think this way and you don't think the other way, then you're not. No, it doesn't work like that. Our fan base consists of millions and millions of fans, right? And so everybody in those millions and millions of fans, guess what? There's going to be millions and millions of opinions of how to right this ship and how to get it better. The reality is a lot of us started our platforms because we didn't think the national media was giving us any credit or giving us the proper credit or coverage that we deserved. And we like our football team, and we just wanted to talk about our guys.
Amen.
And so I decided to start mine for that, along with reasons like Richmond Webb not being in the Hall of Fame, which he 100% should be.
Absolutely.
Last year is a prime example. Honestly, it's one of the biggest reasons I started this year is I thought Flo should have been Coach of the Year last year, and I thought Xavier Howard should have been Defensive Player of the Year. Mm. And they should have at least gotten more votes than they did at minimum.
Right.
But the local media didn't pump them up. How the hell is the national media going to do it if the local media doesn't do it? So I feel like it's on me and TD and Doug and Reason and K-Flex and D1 and Michael and Miami Football Talk and anybody who's got their own platform to be able to be like, all right, this is what it is. Because here's the reality. More fans on our platforms are going to watch us than First Take, than Shannon Sharp, or any of those other clowns that are up there. And I'm not calling Shannon Sharp a clown. I like Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, you're the guy. But I just feel that that's the case. And so I don't think that we're bashing the kid. I just feel like, bro, this is the reality of what it is. Like, Tua's not playing great. This football team is not playing great. You want me to sit here and say that my team is awesome? I love my team. I'm never not going to root for them. But they're playing like trash right now.
Yep.
And they've been playing like trash for 30 years.
Steven,
I'm over it.
Can I just throw something out there about Rashad and TD? I'm going to touch. TD basically said exactly what I was going to say. I know everybody here, I know you think I hate Tua. I don't hate Tua. I just don't think he's it. That's just my opinion. But when Tua's on the field, I'm sitting there saying, Tua, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for Tua. I'm not rooting for anybody to fail or not succeed. I bleed aqua and orange.
Exactly.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't believe Tua is the man, but when he's on that field, I hope he throws 6 touchdowns. I hope he throws for 5. You know what I mean? I hope he lights this league up. But I think social media and a lot of trolls make people believe that these are Dolphins fans when they're really not.
They're not
saying stuff, but they're trolling. They're trolling. You know what I mean? These up here are real fans. TD don't want Tua to fail. I don't want Tua to fail. Do we believe Tua's the guy? Maybe not. I don't know if TD does. I don't. But I don't want him to fail. I want him to break records.
You want him to prove you wrong.
Yeah, prove me wrong, man. Show me something that you know what I mean? I just think social media makes a lot of people
Maybe that's what I need to change our show to. Called from
social media makes a lot of people think from trolls that aren't Dolphins fans that rag on the team and hate everybody, this, that, and they think they're Dolphins fans, but they're not. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to clear that out there and say that I don't hate Tua.
I just want to say something, Steven. Yeah. I gotta tell you, thank you, man, for letting this guy talk 1, 2, 3 Eps, bro, because he's never been up here, man. And the passion and the emotion that this guy has is real because he is what he's saying. He is a fan. We're all fans. So I just gotta tell you, thank you, bro, because
thank you, man.
We got to get it off our chest at some point. You know what I mean? And the fact that you let this guy get it off, man, I actually enjoyed listening to him.
I agree. I was like, who is this, man?
Thank you. Hey, TD, man, it's an honor to be up here with you, man. I watch you all the time, brother. So, hey, man, I wish everybody nothing but the best, man. Like I said, I bleed aqua and orange. You know what I mean?
And 1, 2, 3, 4 Eps, you are a prime example of what I try to do every morning. I try to give every person every fan the platform to. Look, there's 106 people watching right now. I wish there was 506 people. We'll get there one day.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, all 106 people have the same opportunity that you have to come on here and talk about what they want to talk about.
If you got an opinion, Steven will let you.
I let everybody on. I don't play favorites. I don't kick people off unless you're being like straight disrespectful. And then even when you I feel like, look, I try to spread kindness, positivity, and love. I really mean that here. I don't care about any Twitter beef, YouTube beef. I don't care about none of that. Everybody has a home on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network.
Thank you, Steven.
Facts. Hey. And like I said, I love all you guys. TD, Dougley, K Flexen, everybody. I appreciate everybody putting out content because the media, like you said, Steven, the media just doesn't talk about the Miami Dolphins. Even if we win, they talk about the other team. It's always been that way. And giving this platform is just so great from you, man. And I just want to let all of you guys know how much I appreciate you guys and letting me get all this off my chest because I get just mad as everybody else and frustrated. I start saying this and that and the other. It just is what it is. You get mad when your team loses. I mean, that's just how it is.
So, all right, AB, let's address that. TD, while your show last night, people kept posting Tua sucks in the chat 100,000 times. What is that? AB, you think TD has the time to sit? I struggle with 106 people watching my show. TD's got 1,000 people watching his. He's got 10 times. He don't have time to go through and do all. Everybody's got an opinion. That's the point of the chat box.
And I actually like it, AB. No, I'm just joking, bro. No, they gonna clip that out. But anyway, Steven, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Because somebody put in the comment section, sounds like TD wants Superman as our quarterback. It's amazing to me that before we drafted Tua,
I'm protecting you, by the way. AB said I'm protecting you. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. It's amazing to me that before we drafted Tua, I asked people, what do you want in a quarterback? And everybody goes straight to he got to have this, he got to do that, he got to, show that he's about to be elite. He has to blah, blah, blah. And as soon as we get a quarterback that ain't, at least so far, living up to that,
yeah,
it's like, just because my expectations of my quarterback still remains the same, it sounds like TD wants Superman as a quarterback. You doggone Skippy, I want Superman as the quarterback. I want the best version of that position I could possibly get.
So what's your question? I agree with you. What's your question?
He's just making a statement, man.
Well,
But
no,
I
I
wanted
want to know what do you want out of your quarterback?
I want consistent. I want consistent.
Estefan, he asked me, sir.
Oh,
and then you get
my bad. I thought he was saying in general.
I was saying what I want, but I want to know what everybody wants from their quarterback, so that I can see if it lines up with what you got.
All right, so I'm gonna let Estefan. I'm gonna let Estefan go after me because I want people to think I'm trying to shut up Estefan.
No, I just want consistency.
I'll let him go before me. Go ahead, Estefan.
But yeah, I just want consistency. That's all I want. Good quarterback play, good quality, consistent play, bro. Just like Herbert did yesterday. I'm not a Tua hater. Just like Epps was saying a while ago, man. You just want every weekend we are waiting and we're cheering for this guy and we're waiting, but it hasn't happened. He hasn't put a game together like what Herbert put together last night. It was complete complimentary football. And I'll tell you one thing, I think he went a quarter without scoring a touchdown, but he at least moved the ball, and field position plays a big part of it. And that's a big problem that we have with Tua. There's a lot of 3-and-outs, man. I'm tired of that crap. So that's where I'm at.
All right. Let me give you my take. So what I want out of this franchise, out of a quarterback that I believe can be the future of the franchise, that I can believe take this team to the next level, is I want a few things. Let me start off by saying Manning, Brady, Steve Young, Joe Montana. Let's see. I'll put. I want to put Randall Cunningham, but he never won. But he never won a Super Bowl. But Dan Marino, all these guys, or Drew Brees, all these guys had intangibles that were similar to each other. You know what they were? They had leadership qualities. They could take command of the huddle. They could all throw the ball downfield. They all had great pocket presence, right? And they all, at the end of the day, knew what it took to win the game from their end. Now, there were a lot of those quarterbacks that were on some teams that had bad defenses or no running game, a.k.a. Dan Marino, right? And so you look at those things. That's why you say football is a team sport. It doesn't just make one player to win it, but it can take one player to change the direction of a franchise. And in my opinion, Watson is that. And from a standpoint of what do I want in a quarterback, I want a quarterback that takes control of the huddle. I want a quarterback that's on the sideline, not throwing down his tablet in frustration, but sitting with Tua and sitting with Reed Sinnett and sitting with the quarterback's coach and going over stuff. I don't like what Brissett is showing on the sideline the last 2 weeks.
No.
You know what I loved about Fitzpatrick? That Fitzpatrick, whether he was starting, benched, or whatever, was on the bench with Tua looking at game film. You know what I loved about Tua? Tua was doing the same thing.
And preseason facts.
And I also love I didn't put Brady in there because we're playing Brady this week. That's why I didn't put Brady in there. I didn't want to talk about Brady. But I also put the opportunity for a team to take control of the huddle. Yeah. You go back and look at any game film, Dan Marino would cuss you out in the huddle if you didn't do your job. Peyton Manning, there are plenty of stories about Peyton Manning, about him pointing to the receiver and going to the sideline, like, get out of my huddle, you're not doing what you're supposed to do right now. And it wasn't a personal thing. It was, do your job.
Yep.
Do you think right now Tua can do that? No. Tua has no leg to stand on to be able to do something like that.
I want everything.
Brissett can't even do that at all.
Tua's a good guy.
I want everything you guys want, Steven. I agree with everything you all said. Another thing that I really want is I want to be able to be down by 2, and I want to know there's 34 seconds left, and I want my court to say, hey, my quarterback is going to get us into field goal range. I don't believe that with the Dolphins ever. You know what I mean? Like, if we're down by 2 and we need to get into field goal range, we need a miracle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want hope even when we lose to say, hey, well, we lost a tough game, but we still got Peyton Manning.
Yep.
You know, that's what I want to feel.
What
And my quarterback.
I like Tua. I like Tua. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far to say I love Tua. I think Tua has some of the qualities that I mentioned, but he doesn't have all of them. And now, do I think he can't get there? I do. But I also think that he's not natural at some of those things. That's a 2 or 3 year wait. And that's my personal opinion of it. Go ahead, Rashad.
I mean, I understand that everybody wants these super great quarterbacks of the past. I mean, I understand that. Y'all might not like my opinion. I want an elite game manager. I've seen so much terrible quarterback play. I just want somebody to put my team at 3rd and 2 to get the easy first down and actually get that first down. I don't need the miracle play. I want a dominant team at every position. I want that Baltimore Ravens team that won the Super Bowl in what was that? 2002. 2003?
2.
2000,
I believe.
No, 2002 was Tampa Bay. Oh,
okay.
wait. I'm confused. I can't remember.
I thought it was 2002, but I knew
the Hasselbeck Ravens. That's what I want. I want that good team with a quarterback who's not going to lose the game, who's going to get the first down when we need that first down. I want that power run game. I just want a quarterback who's not going to overdo it.
Hey, I want you guys to look at something real quick. TD, are you up here?
Yeah.
All right. Look at this, bro. I just saw this on Twitter and I just copied it. Let me take the bottom off here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it says, how often do NFL offenses convert to a new series of downs? I want you to look. If you go look up here, the best team on first down to convert into first down is the Kansas City Chiefs. And the team on second down to convert
Bet you
to
all
a
the
first
great
down.
quarterbacks at the top.
Look, you ready? That was my point. Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, right? He's the one in San Francisco.
No.
You don't see Brady.
Trey Lance or
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Trey Lance. I'm sorry.
Garoppolo.
Yep. Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers. I hate saying this man's name, but Sam Darnold. Like, look at that. You go all the way at the bottom. Who's at the bottom there?
Ryan Tannehill, Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, and Wentz. And then you got the bottom half. And all of them, even Lamar Jackson down there because he can't throw.
Russell Wilson's down there.
Russell Wilson down there because their team actually sucked this year.
Look at the bottom here. You got the Jets, whoever Wilson. You got the Texans, whoever's been playing there.
David Mills.
Then you have the Dolphins. Come on, guys.
That is
Come on, bro. That's a real stat. There ain't nothing else to talk about there.
That goes off play calling for me because last year we were taking what the defense gave us. Is the defense not giving us anything this year? Or is it the fact that we're not running the ball? Like, what difference is
it's missing opportunities. The
Jacoby
players
missed
on the
away.
field. Like, why do we keep ignoring the fact that these so-called bad play calls have a wide open guy in them with a clean pocket sometimes?
So we're blaming Jacoby.
Yes.
Oh, whoa,
yes.
whoa. Don't get me wrong. Jacoby definitely misses even the check downs. So I agree with y'all 100%. 100%, but I honestly feel like the way that because we seen in game one the way Tua was playing, he had opportunities. He was taking these shots, and I feel like it's the coaching
shots was he taking?
The dumb. Well, he was actually trying to throw that.
He
ball
took no shots deep. He took no shots deep.
He didn't. Okay, he didn't
that
throw.
He shouldn't have took.
he
He
didn't
just didn't
throw
take
no
enough.
he didn't throw no 30-yard bomb. You're right about that. But what
No,
I'm
he did. He threw one to Waddle, threw one to Parker, threw one to Albert Wilson that was a little short. He took every shot he was supposed to take, but there were more to take.
yeah, I agree. I agree. But what I'm saying is we've gone from taking that check down. We're trying to avoid the check down. It seems like in this offense this year. Last year it seemed like it was our check down was our primary targets. Now it's like
that was the Patriots game too, bro. Check down heaven.
I guess you could say it was.
I remember 3 shots.
We gotta get ready to go, D-Dub, tomorrow, bro. All right, let's do final takes of the day, everybody. I want to remind everybody too, if y'all have not heard already, tonight at 8 o'clock, right here live on the channel, Dolphin Chat, the state of Dolphin Nation, a fan base divided. All right, and I want to remind everybody to put yourselves on mute. I'm getting feedback. The state of Dolphin Nation, a fan base divided. We're going to have TD Fins Talk. We're going to have Dougley Do Wrong, K Flexin, Alex Dunno. We're going to have Jason Sarney, Paul Pickin, Big E. I mean, we're talking Fins Maniacs on the Fin side, Dolphins United, Dolphin Talk, 305 Sports, 5 Reasons Sports. I mean, come on, this is going to be an amazing show tonight. So hit that like button if you're excited about the show tonight, because I'm super excited about the show tonight. It's going to be a crazy panel, okay? So let's get ready for that. All right, let's go ahead and do whatchamacallit. Let's go ahead and do final thoughts of the day, and I will call you guys out, and you guys can promote your social media, whatever you guys want to promote when you go up here. So let's go with Estefan first. Estefan, take yourself off mute.
All right, man. My bad. Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. We'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Hey, man, you gonna watch tonight?
Yeah, for sure, bro. If I'm
All
not
right,
asleep, I'll be watching.
All right, man. Have a good one, Bo. All right, let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4 Eps.
Well, I just want to say, Steven, thanks for having me on, man. I don't have anything to promote, but I want to promote this channel. This channel is unbelievable. This platform is great. This whole community is great. And I want everybody to know, peace and love, man. Don't take anything personal. This is just like Steven said, a debate. And, just take it with a grain of salt. Don't get salty and in your feelings. It's no reason to do all that. And I'll be here tonight, Steven. I can't wait to watch it, man. And I love the show. And everybody fins up. And let's go and beat Tampa, man. Let's just do it.
All right. Sounds good, brother. I appreciate the love, man. We'll see you tonight.
All right, man. Peace and love.
Peace and love, man. All right. Let's go to Rashad.
Yeah, pretty much fins up. Everybody don't give up hope. I mean, I know I don't sound as inspiring as I did at the beginning of the season, but if you take a good look at the schedule, we should have won Sunday, but we should still have at least 9 more wins, almost guaranteed wins. Once Tua gets back,
I don't even want to say guaranteed right now, but I got you.
Right. But with the Jets beating the Titans, maybe we can beat the Titans, so we can possibly make that 10 wins. We can possibly
we better
make
hope
that
Julio
10
and AJ Brown ain't back.
I'm praying. That's all I can do is pray. But everybody fins up. Keep your heads high. We gonna be all right.
All right, brother. Be good. All right, let's go with who's gonna get final thought. All right, Big John, you're next. I'm gonna let TD have the last word today.
Well, first thing I'm gonna say, people need to stop disrespecting people just because y'all don't agree with what TD says or what I say. You don't gotta call him a clown. Y'all gotta stop that bullshit. It's ridiculous.
Swear jar.
Yeah, I know. Just cause you don't agree with something we say doesn't make him an idiot or me an idiot or anybody else. Y'all gotta stop that because half of y'all don't even know what the hell we're talking about. Good, man. It was a good show, man.
It was a great show because you were on it.
No, come on, don't do that, man. Get out of here. When you get a chance, man, hit me up. Call me after the show real quick. I'm gonna tell you something.
All right, bro. I got you, Big John. Be good.
All right, TD. Love you, man. Y'all be good.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. And now this won't be the last time I talk to you today because you're going to be on the panel tonight.
What are you talking about? I thought that was 2022.
See, there you go. There you go. There
Of course.
you go.
Can't wait for tonight.
Tonight's going to be awesome, man. Tonight's going to
Yeah.
be a great panel.
I'm going to be on my best behavior.
What are your final thoughts of the day, TD?
Final thoughts is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't need to panic as a fan base. Help is on the way. Tua Tagovailoa comes off of IR next week. He's going to lead the troops to an outstanding end of the 2021 season. We're going to go to the playoffs behind our franchise quarterback, and he's going to get it done, and he's going to silence all the haters, baby. That's it, man. It's that simple, Steven.
Hey, man, look, I love you, brother, and I'm super excited about tonight. What do you got going on your channel today?
I might just do some open forums, just like this one this morning, man. Just let people get their opinions and their thoughts across. And yeah, I'll probably do one or two of those today and then get ready for the show tonight. But yeah, it's that simple, man.
Hey, look, I want y'all to have a good time. Go to check out TD Fins Talk, TD Sports Talk. Go check out everything. TD, you're the man, brother. I love you.
All right. Shout out to the homie ABAB. I see you, man.
I know, yo. ABAB been in the chat all morning, son.
Nah, and listen, hey, I respect him. He don't let down. He give it to me every chance he get. I'm with that.
Hey, tell him to bring that same emotion and energy tonight to the show tonight.
Hey, I hope so. But nah, I'm good, man. Appreciate you, Steven. Again, congratulations, man. The morning show's just getting bigger and better. It's just amazing, bro.
I appreciate it, man. It means a lot coming from you. All right, brother, I'll talk to you.
Peace.
All right, I hope y'all had a good time today because I had a great time today. It's awesome. Y'all are the best fans in the world. I'm not just saying that. I really mean that. Like, this show is getting better and bigger, and it's because of y'all. Y'all are promoting it. Y'all are helping me. I really appreciate it when you all donate to the channel. It goes right back into helping make the show better. So I really appreciate you guys donating to the show. Any which way you do that, whether it's through the chat, the YouTube live super chat, whether it's through PayPal or whether it's through Cash App, it's all good. Also want to say thank you if you share the show, because sharing the show is a way to get more eyes on the show. And honestly, that helps just as much, if not more, than the donation. So look, it costs nothing to share the show on your social media. Please share it. Let people know that we're here. We're here every morning, 8 a.m. for you, the fans, the best fans in the world. It is a network made by the fan for the fans. The show is for y'all. I love y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. Y'all are the best fans. And I look forward to seeing y'all tonight. Tonight, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Use the hashtag GetRichmondInHOF all day today on your social media. Okay? Use the hashtag GetRichmondInHOF all day today. Let's go. Let's have a great time. I will see y'all tonight at 8 p.m. See y'all. Peace.